I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna click go live. So 3, and it's gonna just show the stream. Okay, 3, 2, and
Welcome everybody to World Blender Meetup Day 2021. Sorry about that. Let me just change the slide real quick. Welcome to World Blender Meetup Day 2021. We're really excited you've joined us. This live stream is a pre-game event for the big event that starts tomorrow on March 20th, where we have over 32 sessions and speakers coming from 22 different countries and, 22 cities, 11 countries, and goes for almost a full 24 hours, starting in Western Australia and eventually ending up in California in the USA. So we've got a really fantastic lineup for you. We're really excited that you're going to join us, and we've got a number of different Blender user groups that are joining. They're presenting their sessions. We've got a huge list of session speakers, which include some Blender luminaries, like folks like from the Blender Institute and really amazing artists like the Mantissa. We have a number of companies and studios that are going to join us, and we have some really exclusive announcements that are going to happen during the event. So if you're tuning in from the eastern side of the world, we operate in UTC, so the meeting will start, at what time, Andrew, in Australia? Remind me.
So it's 2 p.m. Melbourne time,
In Melbourne
which is
time, right?
3 a.m. UTC.
UTC. Okay, if you're unfamiliar with Universal Time, Google it, because we run our whole system on UTC because we have so many different people coming in. So for the Western Hemisphere, that means that the event actually starts on the 19th of March in the evening. So for me here in California, it'll be 9 o'clock on Friday night. So don't miss some of the live sessions that'll be broadcast then. But you'll find all information on that at worldblendermeetupday.org. That's a website that includes links to our live stream, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I strongly recommend you do that. Hit the bell icon to get notified when our live stream goes active. And then I'm just going to start at this point because I'm sure there are some of you guys out there wondering, what the heck is World Blender Meetup Day? Well, in a nutshell, it's a single calendar day where we get Blender artists, user groups, enthusiasts, and developers online to share Blender sessions on a single calendar day. It's completely free. It's run by volunteers, some of which are on the phone now and some of which couldn't be with us tonight. But we see it as a vehicle to really share a lot of the content that's locked away in a lot of the Blender user groups, or maybe by lone professionals that don't normally share. And so it's really our way to give back to the awesome Blender community that's so friendly and giving and has given us so much. And so I'm going to start with who the heck is organizing this thing, right? It's organized by, it takes a village to put on the event, but there's 4 people in particular I want to call out. So we have Andrew Buttery, who's on the line. Andrew, do you want to introduce yourself? Oh, and you're on mute, Andrew?
I'm on mute. Yes, I made the first Zoom error. Excellent. So yes, Andrew Buttery. I come from Melbourne, Australia. I coordinate the Asia Pacific leg of World Blender Meetup Day. This year we have a ton of people presenting from the east coast of Australia on a variety of different topics, some modeling stuff, some dynamic paint stuff. We've got some programming, how to build an add-on stuff. So yeah, lots of fun things to keep you interested.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. And then from the UK, we have Kevin. Kevin, unfortunately, this is the middle of the night for Kevin when we're having this particular live stream. So he couldn't be with us today, but Kevin is a superstar. He's been orchestrating session speakers and logistics for the UK, European countries, Africa, and the Middle East. And we have some really exciting speakers coming in, of course, including the Blender Institute and Blender Studio. So kudos to Kevin for organizing all that. And you'll get to meet Kevin on the big day. And then we have David Andrade. David, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. My name is David Andrade, co-founder of Theory Studios and proud member of this little gang that has been hosting this. I believe this is our 7th year. Did we cover that? How many years we've done this?
I think so. Yeah.
7 years, guys. 7 years.
Number
7 years.
7.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We've usually we have this period where the sun crosses the Atlantic and we have to fill that with videos and cool things. And believe it or not, we've had a huge amount of submissions, and I'm really excited. There's a lot of people who can't do this event live, but they've recorded some really great videos, even from Africa. I'm really excited that Africa is represented again this year by an artist in Nigeria. So we're going to have a really awesome event, and then it'll hit the East Coast and then swing all the way to the West, where our dear friend Sterling will finish up with the Los Angeles side and the West Coast side of Blender. So yeah, I think this is also 18 hours, guys. So it's pretty incredible.
It's longer.
Longer. Sorry, I
we're
missed
getting
that
close
part.
to. I think gosh, I haven't looked recently, but I think we're getting close
Almost
to
20
24.
hours. 20. What? It's
Yeah.
exciting. So I'm really happy to have everybody. I'm going to be more behind the scenes. I'll have one session focused on Unreal, and I have a buddy here in Orlando at the Innovation Center downtown who's also going to be talking about how to use Blender. But my session afterwards, or my duties afterwards, will be behind the scenes, making sure everything is working. So I'm really excited to be part of it. So back to you, Sterling. Let's finish it out.
All right, awesome. So, we get a set of common questions, and so I thought we'd maybe spend a little bit of time just talking about how things are going to run on the day. So, and then we'll spend a little bit of time maybe talk about some of the things we're most looking forward to. So, the number one thing you need to know when you're watching is, first of all, how do you interact with the presenter? So we have a YouTube live stream chat. There is a World Blender Meetup Day user, and if you direct your questions to it, they should have an icon that actually highlights them. We'll have moderators on the call. So like Andrew was explaining, we have 3 main regions that kind of run this event as the sun rolled across the planet. And your regional moderators will take your questions. If you address them to the World Blender Meetup Day user, and so it helps us find them in the chat, and then they'll verbally relay them to the speaker. And the speaker is on a separate web conferencing system like we are now, and we rebroadcast that to YouTube. There's a little bit of a delay, so if you ask a question, it takes a little bit for us to answer it. Please be patient. Where can you find the session guide? Well, we have a work in progress session guide that's up on worldblendermeetupday.org at the moment. So you can go browse that guide. You can find what sessions you think are interesting. You can tune in and tune out at certain times to get the sessions you like. I mentioned earlier, like, how do you get notified when you're streaming? The number one thing is you join our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified. And then your YouTube client, whether you're on a TV or a PC or a tablet or a mobile phone, it'll notify you that our stream is going live. And then the third thing or fourth thing that people always ask is like, is the event recorded? So yes, however, the YouTube streaming limits, we actually break YouTube with the length of our event. So YouTube records for 12 hours. So what you'll see at the end of our event up on our YouTube site will be like a 12-hour recording. We take local copies and we upload it to our YouTube channel in higher resolution. So we sleep for a week after the event, but eventually the video will make it up there and you'll get to see it maybe a few days later or a week. I'm going to stop and just see, Andrew, David, anything else you want the audience to know about logistics?
So we're super involved on Twitter as well. I know it's on YouTube, but we're deep into the Twitter world. I'll be tweeting from the Theory Studios account. I know there's the WBMD. I think actually the Twitter account is Meetup, believe it or not. Did you know
It
that?
is. Yeah, it is. In
How
fact,
did we, or meet up day, I think?
It's Meetup Day.
How did we
Yeah.
get that Twitter account? Like,
it just
well done.
it auto generated it for me. Isn't that great?
Well done. Anyway, so we'll be tweeting from there quite a bit.
No, that's a really fantastic call out. Thanks, David. So this is worldblendermeetupday.org. So again, you can click the button here, and you can watch the live stream. As you can see, it's not going to go live for another 25 hours. You can actually go out to our YouTube site just by clicking this link, and then subscribe to the whole site, or just hit this button. We made it even easier for you. This is our session schedule, which includes all of the speakers. So this will get updated right up until the event. We have an email newsletter that if you want to sign up and hear about future events or get notified about the upcoming event. Or if you're a user group and you want to participate, or let's say that you're a small Blender studio and you want to be part of our event, or maybe you're a company and you want the world to know about your new add-on or your service, just jump on us through this. We have a we'll get back to you and tie you into the next World Blender Meetup Day. So I would just want to point out this down here at the bottom here of our page. So this is our Twitter account. So we're really tweeting all the way up until the event. I highly recommend you follow us just so that more people can learn about the event. So this is our Facebook page. We've got an Instagram account. Whatever your social media platform of choice, find us and retweet, like, comment, and share our stuff so that more people know about this free event. That's our single biggest problem, is just, I guess, getting to the Blender communities that we love. So that's a great point, David. Anything else?
No, that should be it on our side. I'm really happy that we're able to do this, and we have a couple of viewers. I'm going to wait to one of them. Hey, Mahar, how are you doing? Yeah, it's a real good one, and I'm really happy that we're able to put this all together. And so I know that this can be a lot to cover, and some of us may miss some videos, but don't worry, it all gets re-uploaded later, and you'll have it all up on YouTube. So it might take like a few days, but don't worry, it'll all be up there. Whew. And what's next is me and Andrew have a bit of an evening late night session, and then 20 hours straight of World Blender Meetup Day. Oh, wait a minute. We missed one important fact, Sterling and Andrew.
Oh, what is that?
The 20th is Ton Roosendaal's birthday.
Oh, that is very true. What a great birthday present for Ton. So can you explain who Ton Roosendaal is?
Yeah, so Ton Roosendaal, if you don't know, is the founder and creator of the Blender program and the Blender Institute and Blender Foundation. There's a lot of Blenders. Blender Studio, there's Blender Animation Studio. We owe it all to Ton for his generosity in open sourcing the code, and it's an incredible story. You can definitely look it up online. I even wrote a little article about his background and history leading up to the release of the source code and how he raised money to do so, and it's incredible. And because of him, the whole industry has been built up around artists working remotely, or our small studios like ourselves building up a business. Like, we all owe it to Ton to use this free and incredible software, and it's a big, like, wide open world of creativity, all thanks to him. So Ton is now the head of all of this, but there's an army of developers and artists who contribute to Blender each and every single day. So we'll dedicate World Blender Meetup Day 2021 to him. Happy birthday. If some of you don't know, he had some tough news last year, like all of us, but he overcame it, and so we're really happy he's with us, and we're really excited to host this event, and really in his honor and everything that he's built. So really excited for it.
Awesome. Okay, that's fantastic. Well, I mean, that's Andrew. Any other thoughts and information you want to convey?
No, I think we've covered it all. It's fantastic, and we will be up and running pretty soon.
Okay, well, in that case, I just want to take a minute actually and ask you guys, what session are you most excited for?
Oh, that's a good one. Dustin Bowser is a LA-based VFX supervisor, and I've been working a little bit with him and help. Really, he's incredible. He's been learning Unreal, and I helped him a little bit, and now he's trying to apply Unreal to high-end visual effects. And Dustin works with the Russo brothers as well, claim to fame as the Avengers movies, and he has a session based on Unreal and Blender. So I'm really looking forward to that one. That'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah, Dustin makes some really awesome stuff. His studio, Visual Creatures, they do amazing work. Awesome. What about you, Andrew?
Oh, there's so many. Daniel Bysted, who did the Tiger, what was it, the EV Tiger a few years ago. That was just amazing. So it'll be the first time I'll be seeing Daniel presenting. So that I'm hanging out for that.
Hello, Claire. That was pretty cool. You made that.
Yeah. There's a couple of programming related ones, including the Is Bacon one, so which is going to be really interesting to see how it sounds like they've incorporated some kind of sort of convolutional neural network within Blender, which sounds amazing. So that'll be fun, and just so many other things. Mantissa, he always puts on a great show, and Hjalti, and seeing what they're doing with the Sprite Fright project. So there's just, I don't know, it's going to be a challenge to stay awake, but there's so much to stay awake for.
It's true. Yeah, I was talking to Hjalti about Sprite Fright, and I called it Fright Night, which is the name of a 1980s horror film that I've seen and has been remade a couple of times because it's that good. And we had a good laugh about it. I clearly need to get my head out of the horror. But yeah, so Delay Falento from the Blender Institute is going to be here talking about like the roadmap for Blender. You know, we get to have an open Q&A session with him about where things are going, and I think I'm kind of excited. We have an exclusive announcement coming from Jason Van Gumster, who's a pillar of the Blender community. I think like 11 years ago when I was first getting started with Blender, I picked up a Blender for Dummies book written by Jason. So anyways, I think he's going to have some really exciting stuff to announce. Yeah, all around, it's going to be a great session. I had a preview of the machine learning bacon recognition Blender solution that you were talking about earlier today, Andrew, and it's pretty darn cool. So
awesome, can't wait for that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, with that, I think we're kind of all set.
And we're off to a big old day of Blender.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining, and thanks to those that watched the live stream recording. And yeah, we'll see you on the big day tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.